It was another slow night at the convenience store. Alex, a weary young man in his mid-20s, leaned against the counter, scrolling absent-mindedly through his phone. The store was eerily silent, save for the distant hum of the flickering neon lights outside. The clock on the wall read 2:37 a.m. The sudden jingle of the doorbell made Alex look up. The glass door swung slightly as if someone had just entered, but the entrance was empty. "Hello?" he called out hesitantly. No response. Shrugging, Alex returned to his phone. A few moments later, the security monitor flickered. His eyes darted to the screen. A blurry figure stood in aisle 4. His breath caught in his throat. Slowly, he turned his head to look, but the aisle was empty. His stomach churned. Another flicker. The figure had moved closer. Reaching for the walkie-talkie, he pressed the button. "Mike, you there? I think someone's messing around." Static filled the line, followed by a whisper. "He's watching you." A shiver ran down Alex's spine. Suddenly, the power cut out, leaving the store bathed in an eerie red glow from the emergency exit sign. Meanwhile, in the stockroom, Mike, the security guard, dozed in his chair. The faint knocking on the metal door startled him awake. "Alex, that you?" he called out. Silence. The knocking grew louder, more aggressive. He hesitated before unlocking the door and peeking outside. The hallway was empty, but muddy footprints trailed away. His radio crackled to life. "Mike, where the hell are you? Alex's voice was cut off. Then the whisper returned. "Too late." A shadow loomed over Mike. The door slammed shut. Back in the store, Alex's breath came in ragged gasps. He clutched his flashlight as an unsettling noise surrounded him, rasping, shallow breathing. He spun around, his light flickering. His reflection in the mirror behind the counter wasn't alone. A pale, gaunt figure loomed over his shoulder, staring directly at him. A strangled cry escaped his lips as he stumbled backward. The walkie-talkie screeched with static before the voice whispered once more. "You shouldn't have looked." The figure lunged, then it vanished. Panicked, Alex ran for the exit, but the door refused to budge. Desperate, he pounded on it. "Help! Someone!" The whispers grew louder. Shadows stretched and twisted through the aisles. A cold hand gripped his shoulder. And then, darkness. Morning came. A police car sat outside the convenience store, its lights flashing. Inside, a new cashier wiped the counter. Everything looked as normal as ever. The manager stood nearby, reviewing a clipboard. "It's strange," the manager muttered. "The guy from last night just vanished. No trace, nothing." The cashier glanced at the security monitor and froze. Alex's terrified face stared back from the screen. Sir," the cashier stammered. "I think we have a problem." The screen distorted. A final whisper crackled through the speakers. "Help me." And then static. That night, as the new cashier prepared for their shift, the lights flickered again. The air grew cold, an unnatural chill settling over the store. From the corner of the store, hidden within the security monitor's blind spot, something moved. The whisper returned, more insistent this time. "You're next." The store's lights went out completely. A scream echoed in the darkness.